Hmm. Good evening, everyone, and how are you doing? I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. How are you all today? I would like us to start with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Almighty King, I come before you to bless and praise you, worship and glorify you. I ask for your wisdom and understanding. I ask for your direction. I ask for your leadership. I ask for your mercy as we forge ahead. In Yahushua's mighty name I pray. Congratulations, everybody. Our voices are being heard. We matter. I'm proud of this generation. I'm proud to witness this generation. I'm proud to also be part of the people who are spearheading this ideology, because it all starts with the mind. Whatever you see on the streets today started in the mind. And some of us, without me having to give too much credit to myself, saw the issues in the country and started complaining about them about 5 years ago. And a lot of people are out there complaining about bad governance. And I put up a post the other day that was taken to many of the blogs. Let me read out the tweet to you. It was taken on many of the blogs, and quite a lot of people came out to insult me. I said, bad governance and religious manipulation are like five and six. You can't end one without ending the other and hope to succeed. And literally, I'm not making this up. If you go to Instablog to see this post, someone drew my attention to it. It was 95% negative. That is, for every one person who had something positive, or two people who had something positive to say about that post, there were about 90 to 95 people who were cursing me, 90, yes, who were cursing me out because of making that post. And you see, you don't understand how subsumed religion is in bad governance. You don't understand it. If you thought you had an idea, let me break it down to you. You don't even have an idea. Let me ask you something. Let me give you an example. I'll tell you what I want and what I need. Sorry, what I want, what I like. If you gave me $2 million and said, look, you can't do anything with this money, you can't save it, you can't give it out, you must spend it on yourself, and you have 48 hours. I'm not going to buy a house. Maybe, okay, so that they'll not say, ah, these are the fees. Very stupid. Oh. I might buy a $400,000 house. But I can guarantee you, I will buy two $500,000 cars. I will buy enough, as in, the money will finish before it started. As soon as they say the money start now, 10 minutes later, they'll be looking at me, I'll be looking at them. The money is finished. And when they ask me what I bought cars and watches because I love cars and watches. I have the desire for cars and watches. So the desire for cars and watches funds my expenditure. Religion is the desire that funds bad governance. So the moment the opportunity presents itself, like you are giving that $2 million, you are running straight to the car loans. That is the work of religion. It is inside your mind. I'll give you another example. Do you think Nigeria can ever have power supply that is not erratic when diesel is so marketable and the people who sell diesel are such billionaires? Do you think the generator companies can ever be happy? All my life in Romania, I was born in Romania. They brought me home when I was 3 years old. And my mom ensured that at least once in every 3 years, since I was a little baby, we went home to Romania. I stopped going home. I didn't go home to Romania for about 20 years between 1996 and 2006. The first time, sorry, in 2016, the first time I went for there was a 20-year gap. But before then, every 3 years, I used to go to Romania. Of course, in between 1996 and now, I traveled a lot. There were times I used to go to the UK twice a month when I used to have lots of gigs. And there were times as I'm coming from the UK, I'm going back. There were times when I would go into the UK for a conversation between me and customs agent. Hello, what are you here for? Or immigration people, what are you here for? Dinner. I don't get it. You're coming in now. Say yes. When are you leaving? First flight tomorrow morning. So what are you here for? Dinner. Dinner, like dinner. The guy looked at me, thought I was mad. But hey, that was a period when I had a barter with an airline company, and the tickets were running out. So I was like, look, do you need to use it? Use the tickets, because you will not be able to use them again after this period. And then someone calls and says, let's do dinner in London. I have free tickets. Let's go. So what I'm trying to say is, all my life in the UK, all my life in Romania, I have never set my eyes on a generator before. I want UK people and Europe people. Let's forget about America. I've probably been to America 4 times in my entire life. So I'm not an America, Canada person. I've been there, but I'm not. I don't know. If you drop me in the middle of the UK, boom. If I have $100, I'll find my way home. Anywhere you like, drop me blindfolded. Just remove the blindfolds. Once I can see light, street, I know how to. So I know the UK. I know Europe. Have you ever in your life set your eyes on a generator? Tiger generator, I better pass my neighbor. Have you ever? Simply Vic, I can see you. You are a UK boy. I'm trying to look out for people who I know are London. Have you ever? Never. I was watching a movie with my uncle in Romania. Even I'm talking about the village. They still get light. And the light now still 24 hours. Romania own day so bad because Romanians, I've never seen this anywhere else in the world before. They like, your washing machine has a clock. Romanians will set it. Your decoder, do you know it has a clock? Romanians will set that clock. Microwave. Nigeria microwave flashes 0000. You know what I'm talking about. Romania people will set that clock. And that clock will not be late. And I used to ask my cousins, why do you set all these clocks? So that as I'm passing the kitchen, I look up, I can see the time. I can see the time on the decoder. I can see So they set all those clocks. Do you know why those clocks don't fail? Because the light is 24. Listen, in Romania, I saw what 24 hours light is. In my estate, we have 24 hours light. But it still blinks. There's still that power generator to NEPA, to whatever it is they are switching over to. It still happens. In Romania, when they say it's 24 hours light, the light is like this for 24 hours. No break, no jam, no cut, no slow. So there was a movie I was watching with one of my uncles, or my uncles and cousins, in Romania, and it was some American soldier movie, military movie. You know, they just pulled up in those military camouflage pickups, and then like six soldiers came down and they grabbed a generator out of the trunk. You know, they were camping somewhere and they put it down. And I asked my uncle, I said, "Do you know what that is?" Nobody knew what that thing was. I was like, "Can you see that thing? In Nigeria, every house has it." It wasn't a small generator, it was a normal size generator, the size that you can carry, the one that they sell like 250 naira in Nigeria. So when they brought out the generator, like I was like, do you guys know? None of them. My uncle is older than my mother by 1 year. My mother's parents had only two children, my mother, the younger sister, and my uncle Gigi, the firstborn. He had never seen it before in his life. He didn't have a clue what it was. Now, let me mess with you further. In Cluj-Napoca, my city of birth and where half of me is from in Romania, their bus is electric. I did a video about it. If you go to YouTube, you can actually see this video. In Romania, the buses are electric and they are connected to street light. You don't understand? Overhead wire. The bus antenna is connected to that overhead wire. And as the bus is driving in town, it is collecting electricity from that wire. Anybody who has been in Cluj-Napoca before, please, if you've ever been to Cluj-Napoca before, please, I don't know what it's called in any other part of the world, but in Cluj, that is how the entire city is run. My father went to medical school in Cluj. He finished his university in 1979. I was born in 1976. My father said from the moment he got into Romania in 1972 that thing was already running. And that thing never broke down for 1 day. Because if it broke down, if light went for 1 minute, that thing will break down. I don't know if it's tram you call it. So their light is so 24 hours that their bus is connected to electricity. I'm going somewhere. So you now come to Nigeria, and for 60 years we cannot fix the electrical problem. We can't fix it. Always one story or the other. I remember the late Bola Ige, when they were campaigning. I was still in the university then. Oh, when they get into power, they are going to fix light within this. I left university in 2001. We are going to 2021. 20 years later, the electricity is like it was. I don't even know whether to say slightly better. Now, I want to ask you, do you think, if we're being honest with one another, that kind of Romanian electricity, generator manufacturers, generator repairers, generator sellers, generator retailers, generator advertisers will be happy? I want to ask you, so as long as generator manufacturers, retailers, wholesalers, repairers, installers exist, You cannot have light. Because they will do whatever it takes to make sure you don't have electricity so they can make a living. And that takes me to a certain gentleman called Karl Marx. I studied sociology in the university. So Karl Marx is, there's no way you study sociology or psychology or political science and not take courses on Karl Marx and Marxism. Now, if you just type Karl Marx, Marx is spelled M-A-R-X. If you type Karl Marx on religion and just go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia has a topic, Marxism and religion. I know a lot of people don't trust Wikipedia. No problem, not a problem at all. However, here's what I have to tell you. I studied this in the university, so I can tell you Wikipedia is accurate here. I cannot go and bring you all our sociology books that we studied in the university. What I can do is I've read this article, and I can see that it aligns perfect because the Marxism on religion is something I can even quote from my head. Now, if you read Marxism and political theorists and revolutionaries on religion, this is a very important quote. Let's listen to, let me read it to you. Religious suffering is, at the one and the same time, the expression of real suffering and a protest against real suffering. At the same time, it is expressing real suffering and protesting against real suffering. Religion is the sigh of the oppressed, the heart of a heartless world, and the soul of a soulless condition. It is the opium of the people. Now, this is the most important part. The abolition of religion as the illusory. Religion is not the happiness of the people. It is the illusory happiness. It is the illusory hope of the people. Now, let me take this again. The abolition, that is the destruction of religion as the illusory happiness of the people, is the demand for their real happiness. I like to twist it a bit and say abolition of religion as the illusory hope of the people is the demand for their real hope. Because somebody said post-science, political science, God bless you. Because the real hope destroys the illusion of hope. I'll take you a little further. To call on them to give up their illusion about their conditions is to call on them to give up a condition that requires illusions. The criticism of religion is therefore in the embryo, the criticism of that veil of tears of which religion is the halo. So let's break this down. The abolition of religion as the illusory happiness of the people is the demand for their real happiness. Religion requires you, somebody said Sociology 202, God bless you. Religion requires you to go and pray about a job, pray about making money. I'll give you an example. Next door to my house, across the street, there's a big cathedral. Next to the cathedral was a company that used to sell cars and maintain cars, brand new cars, Toyota to be precise. The company was having a bit of an issue. The church came and bought the premises, and currently the premises is being used as a car park for people who need to get to the church to go and pray about making money. So the real hope is that factory. That's hope for you. Religion doesn't give any hope, never gave any hope. The most religious country on earth today is Afghanistan. Afghanistan people are the only people that pray more than Nigerians. Nigerians are the second highest country in the world with regards to prayer. The least is China. Meanwhile, all I'm using, I wish I could, maybe I could do a selfie for you so you can see how many phones I'm using. It won't show. I'm using my iPad, Apple, assembled in China. My iPhone, Apple, assembled in China. My iPhone 8, my iPhone 11, and my Samsung, all assembled in China. China produces for the world, meanwhile, it's the least religious country. Other very irreligious countries include Germany. I wish I could go and look at the list. All the countries that you are running to from your religious mess that you created in your religious country are irreligious. So if you read this, for you to abolish religion, not destroy religion, no. We are not saying abolish religion, no. We are saying abolish it as the illusion of hope. Let religion become part of the generation, the creation, the establishment of real hope. There was a time when religion did give hope. When religion offered free education, religion offered free medicines, religion, not today. Religion does not give real hope today. It funds the illusion of hope. And as long as we are needing an illusion of hope, the circumstances that make the illusion necessary. Let me use Karl Marx's exact words. Karl Marx says, to call on them to give up the illusion of about their happiness is to call on them to give up conditions that require illusions. Look at Nigeria. The conditions of living in Nigeria require illusions. They require illusions. There is no way on earth that you can earn minimum wage in Nigeria and be happy. It's impossible that you're earning 30-something thousand naira in a month and then you are happy. It's impossible. You will always believe in the illusion religion gives you. Now, I don't have a problem with that illusion if your pastors were also part of the illusion. That is, God, like Christ. Christ said, look, I'm not part of this world. I'm here to take you to the age to come. Christ did not have house, did not have car, did not have anything material. So as they were walking, he was walking with them. Any day they ate fish, he ate fish with them. Oh yes, they didn't tell you. So I don't have a problem with that. But you see, religion and the merchants of the illusory happiness, that is those ones who are selling you this illusion of happiness, they are not inside this thing with you. Oh. Their children don't go to school in this Nigeria. Oh. They don't earn minimum wage. Oh. They don't enter downfall with you people. Oh. That is why people like Daddy Freeze, I don't earn minimum wage. I will not lie to you. But the church does not pay me a salary. I have good people in the Free Nation who once in a while say, oh, Daddy Freeze, I've benefited so much. A woman sent me like 6 messages today. Oh, you've blessed my generation. You are a blessing. You are Sometimes when the people finish the blessing, they'll just say, send me your account details. Me too. I will send them the account. They'll just dash me something. It's never a salary. The Free Nation does not even pay for my internet, which I've said sometimes runs to 100K a month. I work. And that is why when I come out and say, come and learn how to trade Forex, so come and learn how to do this. So if you see me, as I'm working online, I've dragged taste buds too. Even the children. I want people to learn how to do multiple things so that they can create streams of income for themselves. On the other hand, most of your pastors live off the church. There are very few pastors. The other day I was talking to Apostle Suleiman. He was now talking to me, and I said, sorry, Baba, I run businesses, or I get business. I say, run businesses. Me too, I run businesses. There are some people who don't run any business. They just sit down and eat off the church. If you watch Greenleaf, you'd understand what I'm talking about. So if their bread and butter is coming from a situation that warrants an illusion, do you think they want to remove the situation that warrants an illusion? Why do you think they are sitting down during the protest? I'm asking you. Insult me all you want. Let me tell you something. History will remember me for what I'm telling you today, because it will become the fact of tomorrow. It will become the foundation upon which you will build a better tomorrow. And if you refuse to build a better tomorrow, your children will hold you accountable for it, and the next generation will remember me for warning you about it. Because you cannot have the illusion of hope being peddled to you via religion and expect to change the conditions that warrant that illusion. I don't know who it is that I'm speaking to today. And this message needs to be for you. Listen, bash me all you want. Curse me all you want. I live a good life. I'm not a poor man. I eat, I feed my family, my children are in school. I don't earn minimum wage. I don't use public transportation. I am a blessed man in every way. I appreciate the Lord and what He has done in my life. So insult me all you want, it doesn't affect me. Many people, including Yahushua, who is the Christ, was insulted and beaten till the last day he spent on earth. He was beaten and stoned and spat on and flogged. Same thing with Paul, who bragged about how many times he was lost at sea, and how many times he was shipwrecked, and how many times he went hungry. Anybody that is coming to reform your system and pull you out of oppression will not be loved. It's impossible, because people love their chains. People wear their chains with pride. Some of you have removed your chains, taken it to jewelers, and say, please put diamond. So when they have put diamond, then you say at the middle, put one ruby. And then you wear back the chain on your mind and on your body, and you are bound and gagged physically and spiritually and emotionally. So let me take you back to this theory. To call on the people to give up their illusions about their conditions. Look at Nigeria. Look at the condition. No light. Every day, SARS, SARS, SARS. My brother, let me tell you something here. Romania is a poor country. By every standard of the world, it's a poor country. Yet they don't have anybody living in extreme poverty. They have solved the extreme poverty crisis. Nigeria has more than half of its people in extreme poverty. In 2018, the last time I was in Romania, I was there for 18 days because I had to renew my passport. And renewing the passport alone required 14 days. So I had to be there before my appointment at the embassy, and then 1 or 2 days after, so that just in case there were delays. I saw only one person carrying a gun. Only one person at the airport. And it is required by law in Europe. You know why? Because of terrorism. There was in 2017, my mom and I took a bus. My mom wanted to take a plane, but I was like, I've not been to Romania in 20 years. Why am I entering an aeroplane that I enter in Nigeria? Please, let's take a bus. Let me see the countryside. Of course, the bus ride turned out to be a lot longer than I expected because the road, they said it was 13 hours. We ended up spending nearly 17 hours. My mom was pissed. So when we're coming back, she insisted that we took a flight. Do you know that throughout the 17-hour journey from Cluj to Bucharest, there was not one police checkpoint. There was not one armed policeman on the street. Me, I don't sleep when I'm inside bus. I don't know about you people. My eye, they open. Not only was my eye open, I was chatting with taste buds. There was no break in internet. Inside bus, driving, and the internet was 4G back then. 4G. For 17 straight hours, no interruption. Guess what? Taste buds was inside the house and the internet was failing. The two internet providers we had then, the phone switches inside the house, was failing. Meanwhile, I'm in a bus traveling for 17 hours and the internet is seamless. So, you don't know that ordinary police with gun inside your country is a problem, is a condition. Is a condition. Lack of power is a condition. Extreme poverty, which constitutes 51% of your entire population, which brings us to a figure of 102 million out of 205 million, is a condition. And these are the conditions that warrant, that require an illusion that religion gives you. So to abolish the illusion, you must abolish the conditions. You must abolish poverty. You must abolish insecurity. You must remove SARS from the street with guns. Romania doesn't have SARS and they're better than us 100 times. Romanian houses don't have burglary proof, let alone armed robbery. They have power, they have everything. So they don't have the condition that warrants the illusion of religion. So now, who is selling you this illusion of religion? Those ones that require you to come in every Sunday and pay a subscription fee, be it via tithing or offertory. I'm not speaking about the good pastors who preach genuinely and teach you how to love, teach you how to become better people. Is different. They are the ones who require your subscription, and it is a weekly subscription. Tithe, offering, seed, you've got to come and subscribe. Look at someone and tell them, cancel your subscription. I'm in the mood this evening. Cancel your subscription. You are no longer a customer of illusions. Oh, I'm going to put this up as a tweet. Ignore the people who are abusing me, their children will abuse them, and praise me. Oh, you abuse me well. Just the way we are abusing those or insulting those who crucified Christ. Yes, your children will insult you for your silliness, and they will praise me. So I am happy that my generations to come will not be sad, while your generations to come will insult you in your graves for being silly. So here's what I have to tell you, somebody. You need to unsubscribe to the illusion. Tell somebody beside you, let me sound like an American Pentecostal. Hey, my subscription is overdue and I want to cancel. Oh, I'm not subscribing to an illusion. How silly am I? I'm going on the street shouting about bad governance. What do you think causes bad governance? The very conditions that warrant the religious illusion. So you want to remove the bad governance but keep the illusion. You are fooling yourselves. Your children will laugh at you in your graves. you want your children to laugh at you? Do you want your children to say, oh, my parents were silly? Then start unsubscribing. Start calling the cable company. Say, please, after this week, I do not want to subscribe again. Me, Shemoti To. Before you can end SARS, before you can end bad governance, before you can end poverty, you've got to end the illusion. Look at someone beside you today. Go to your Twitter right now and start tweeting, end the illusion. You can't have the illusion. It's like expecting to have children and then they will not hop on your bed or write on the wall. They will write on the wall, you'll be dealing with it. It comes with a package. Children are going to cry. It comes with a package. So as long as you want to get rid of bad governance, you must be prepared to unsubscribe to the illusion. What funds bad governance more than the bad governance itself is those who need the bad governance to be in place for them to be able to make merry business and brisk enterprise. Unsubscribe to the illusion. Karl Marx these are the people who studied the society and wrote about the society. And I went to the school, to the university for 4 years of my life. I didn't do anything else. I was studying the society. So I've now come after studying the society, after gaining 44 years on earth, after studying theology through God. Nobody taught me theology. It was God himself. I now come out to tell you that this and this and this are the things that are creating what you are seeing. Laugh at me, insult me. Galileo said the world was round. They laughed, insulted. Today, are we not dealing with a round world? Your children will write about me. You that you are yapping, your yap will not come from me. It's not because, so I know they curse you. If you mumu now, your children go curse you for your mumu. When they are reading about how silly you were in their history books, you'll be rolling in your grave crying. So here's what I want to leave you with. There is no time. Religion, and let's also leave the illusion. First of all, take this home from me. Take this wherever you're going. Keep this at the back of your mind. To call on the people to give up their illusions about their condition is to call on them to give up a condition that requires illusion. As long as your condition requires illusion, those selling illusion will be making money. And they are like diesel generator sellers. They don't want you to come out of that condition. Because if you come out of that condition, why do you need them? You don't need them. So the moment you start unsubscribing now, let me ask you a question. Is it rocket science? Small mention of karma like this, everywhere scatter. Small mention of tithe and offering, Daddy Freeze in 2017. I got GOs who I never believed. I had a colleague in my office. We're no longer colleagues. She's left. Esther. Esther was laughing at me one day, saying, why are you feeling like you are doing all these interviews up and down? You think these GOs, do you think they listen to all these things? Me too, I said, I know they will not listen to me. 2 days later, each of the GOs started responding. Because it hit them. So the way they came out for tithe and offering, the way they came out for karma, the way they came out when government locked down church, why are they not coming out for SARS? Except these men that I have seen, and I will mention their name because God did not teach me how to lie. Pastor E. Adeboye, Apostle Suleiman Johnson, Pastor Sam Adeyemi, Pastor Goodman. Remind me about somebody else. Reno. Remind me. Aside these people, Paul Ade Farasin, everybody else, Fem, all of them are playing Davido's tracks inside their private jets now. Except for these men, which we can count them on two. Can you count the people that even taste bud small mushroom pastor? He responded on tithes. They will all come out. But when it comes to the one that is really affecting the people, really demanding a change in condition. You see, let me tell you something. Karma does not affect you and I. Let's be honest. Why? How does karma affect me? It doesn't affect me. How does it affect you? It doesn't affect you. How does lockdown and locking up of church affect you? Did you not pray in your houses? Your auntie in your village, did she not go on sabbatical? The one that is worrying you all your life. Did she not go on sabbatical? It didn't affect you. But it affected them. Now the one that affects you, because it speaks of one condition that is unbearable in this country, and it requires, listen, do you know when you are going out, you are praying, Father, Lord, protect me today, because you don't know which bullet will hit you, whether it's soldier, whether it's police, SARS, or whether it's armed robber. So, a condition, we want to remove a condition, and all of a sudden they are not talking. I tweeted something. I said, anybody that does not stand with the people is telling us indirectly that is sitting with the oppressors. They are not standing with us, so they must be sitting with the oppressors. Somebody said I did not mention Father Oluoma. He is coming on my show on Monday. Some of them I've forgotten, but I try as much as possible. Any of them, if it's a tweet, if it's so, I put it up on my page. Whether we agree theologically or we agree doctrinally or not, that's not my problem. As long as they have spoken for the people, I must speak for them. We can continue fighting about tithes tomorrow. We can continue fighting about offering and seeds tomorrow. But when they stand up for the people, do you know how proud I am now? When people call me up and say, oh, you're Apostle Suleiman's friend. I'm proud. He tried for this matter. He come out, he stand. Simply Vic knows. Those days when they used to say, oh, you're Apostle Suleiman's friend, and people will be abusing me. Who is abusing me now over it? He remain make Apostle Suleiman come join you for where they carry placard. He ready. And I will acknowledge them. I will acknowledge all of them, even down to Baba Adeboye. I will acknowledge him and give him kudos for what he's doing. The rest of them, if somebody criticizes their daddies like this, they will all come and fight. Oh yeah, forget the people that are criticizing your daddy. Come and fight for your motherland. And we don't need you to do anything except tweet in solidarity. Let me tell you, at every point in time, when the society was evolving and there were issues, religion was a part of it. The Crusades were political. The French Revolution had religion right there in the middle of it. So you cannot, you are fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. It's like saying you want to marry a woman, but you don't want a woman that has a monthly cycle. You have to deal with it. And you have to deal with the frustration that comes, and the anger and the mood swings that comes with it. It's part of the package. So if you want good governance, you have to deal with that cutting off, severance, unsubscribing, how did they talk to the illusion that is being peddled as religion. There's nothing wrong with religion. I personally am not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a Christian, and I don't believe my version of Christianity is a religion. But I have no problem with my Muslim brothers and sisters who are true Muslims and are good Muslims, or Buddhist or atheist or whatever it is that you are, is your personal choice. And I keep saying it, many people are atheists and Buddhists and Hindus who love people and stand for the oppressed. Even the Quran says it is good to stand for the oppressed, even if he's an unbeliever. The person oppressed is an unbeliever. So there's nothing wrong with religion. I have a problem with religious manipulation, and I have a problem with religious illusion. And if you are not ready to do away with religious manipulation and illusion, you can never have good governance. Take it from me. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Do take care of yourselves. I will be live tomorrow. Our service is called Sitting with the Oppressors. 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Oh, we're carrying our placards. We're standing strong. Nobody can tell me not to talk. Oh. But of course, I always would speak against violence, even drinking at protest. Me, I like to drink my Budweiser. Anybody that is a Free Nation member, if you're coming to my house, just bring a crate of Budweiser. I like my Budweiser every night, ice cold. While I'm sitting down tearing Taste Buds chicken, eating spring roll, tearing fish, or whatever it is that Mama decides to serve me out of the abundance of her heart that day. And I'm going down with a chill Budweiser. Sometimes when the night is long, like tonight now, because we're going to watch movies, we're going to watch series. I like watching. Who watches Jane the Virgin? Who has ever watched Jane the Virgin on Netflix? Me and Taste Buds will sit down. So sometimes on rare occasions, like maybe 2 Budweisers will go. But to go and drink at protest? No. Drink in your house, drink in the nightclub, drink in the beer parlor, drink anywhere else, but not at a protest. Because under the influence of alcohol, your mind state can be altered. I would never Christ drank alcohol. Clearly in this, anybody that wants to argue with you does not know Bible. Clearly drank alcohol. Clearly, without a shadow of a doubt. But are you going to drink alcohol and then have your mind twisted and then you now start misbehaving? If you come to there's no way you come to my house and I'll not serve you a glass of wine unless you specifically tell me that you don't drink wine. But not at a protest, please. Not at a protest. So please remember to join me. Oh, it's going to be an awesome session, 10:30 a.m. The title of the sermon is called Sitting with the Oppressors. It's going to be scripturally sound and deep. And you're going to wake up liberated and you're going to realize, if you've not already realized, because most members of the Free Nation already have realized, that you need to awaken from the slumber of deceit. So please remember to join us tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. I've already given you the title of the sermon. All of you bothering me, Daddy Freeze, I want to trade. Uriel, you and I need to talk. Oh. I always see you on my live and we've never spoken. I need to bring you up one of these days. For those of you disturbing my DM, I want to trade Forex, I want to trade Forex, I want to trade Forex. This is where you're going to meet someone who can teach you. I already have a post on my Instagram handle. Her name is Buki Chairman. Buki, she is someone she's my mentor when it comes to Forex. When it comes to scriptures, God, Yahushua, my mentors. When it comes to Forex, human being, Buki, she's Sabiam. Here is her number. The reason why many of you are not getting answered and you're now bothering me with the, hey, Daddy Freeze, this is not answering me, because you are calling and sending text message. Listen to me. WhatsApp message only. Please, I beg you in God's name. WhatsApp, don't call me. Your DMs are cluttering my timeline. Please, WhatsApp only. WhatsApp nikan. And no, don't call WhatsApp. Oh. Message WhatsApp. This is the number. +234 705 861 4805. +234 705 861 4805. Now, if you've sent her a WhatsApp and she's not responded, then you can now DM me. Because if you DM me and you send her a text, Buki will not still answer you. I can now push for you and say, Buki, please check on this person. +234 705 861 4805. That is Buki Oshinowo, Chairman Buki Oshinowo. Peace, thank you so much, my sister. You are awesome. Thank you for that. That's the number pinned on Instagram. Take good care of yourselves. What's her IG handle? Forex with Buki. Forex with Buki. Remember to send Daddy Freeze. If you don't send Daddy Freeze, she'll not know you are coming from me. So you'll just join the long crowd waiting to see her. So please send Daddy Freeze. It will speed up things, and then you can also get back to me so I can also work her a bit. Somebody is saying, for your information, tithe and offering is biblical. Take note. Yes, but not for Christians. There's no record of any Christian ever paying tithe in the whole Bible. Show it to me. There is no record of any non-Jew, as a matter of fact, paying tithe. Show it to me. And if you read, you think I'm Biolodo, let me school you. If you read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, from 22 to 26, tithing was not money. And it wasn't given to a pastor. It was meant for you to eat and drink, because tithing was also drinking alcohol. Read Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 26, and come back to me and argue. God bless you guys. Take good care of yourselves. Esther Morui, take care. Remember, any of you sending a WhatsApp message to this number, include Daddy Freeze. Please. You people stress me a lot. You'll be calling me. I'm calling Buki. I'm calling. She's not answering me. Please help me make my work easier. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. Yes, by the way, we were able to raise money for the widow. We've completed her case. Thank you so much. So we have sent her. I'll get back to Tazebot. She'll tell me exactly how much we sent her. Thank you so much for that. I'll let you know which other project we have. I'll discuss something with Tazebuds. There's something I want to do for a friend of mine who doesn't have too much money. To verify your Instagram account costs money, and I want us to give it as a gift. This man is you love. I don't want to mention his name because I'm sure he wouldn't like it, but I want us to give it to him as a gift, because when you have a verified Instagram handle, it is now more difficult for them to pull you down or close you or do all that stress. So please, if it's something I would like us to give to that person. And I think it cost about 150K. Somebody mentioned it to me at one time. We need to. I'll mention who the person is, and when I mention it, you'll be happy. I'll think about it. I don't want us to say it. But when people work and spread the message of, spread the good message of the Lord, we must encourage them with everything, and we must make sure that they don't get shut down. A lot of you don't understand the amount of work we need to do on social media and how much it costs. Many people just say, oh yeah, you take it for granted. If you lose your voice on social media, you also lose the ability to influence. So there are some influencers you don't want to lose. Anyway, that's, by the way, we'll talk about all these. I'll have a meeting with Simply Vic. The rest of you, thank you so much. God bless. Michael Azwoma, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. God bless you guys.